Before we get into our discussion with our guest, a quick note. The you problem with Dr. P is for informational purposes only. It does not constitute medical or psychological advice and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Welcome to the You Problem with Dr. P. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing good. Thanks for calling, babe. What's up?
No problem. Yeah, so I came across your page on Instagram and your spirit and energy and just everything. And then just looking into your background, I was like, I want to just call and I want to just see what the pros have to say. So I'm thinking of like workplace and stuff like that and like going into adulthood and what that is because I'm 34 and, I'm trying to like figure it out. I
Okay.
just came out of a 15-year marriage and I'm a mom of 4 kids, but also I do nude modeling
Okay.
and,
You
how that
paused there as
proceeds.
if I was supposed to have some kind of reaction.
Right, but there is a stigma that's behind it. And so I actually started taking the pictures because I got overweight, like really, really bad. And I didn't realize it until one moment I was taking I had took my daughter to a like a theme park and we were riding like go-karts and the go-kart was like not, barely going. And I thought that it was because of me. Maybe it was because it wasn't charged. And that's what they shook it up to. But I wasn't able to like enjoy that moment with my child. And so I took these pictures because I would look in the mirror, but I know that what I saw wasn't the full picture in the
Okay.
mirror.
All right. So
And so
so okay. So you're
yeah,
doing this to this is for your own self-esteem, it sounds like, right?
yeah, that's what it started as. Yeah.
Do you do this for an OnlyFans kind of thing? I mean, are you profiting from this?
At one point, yes.
Okay. So this has turned into kind of a job.
Yeah.
All right. Do you enjoy the job?
I love it. I get to meet new people. I've turned it into now, like about just sexual health and just educating the community because I found out that that was like a need. Like I had done a sexual like erotic art show and the audience at the time we were like throwing out condoms and stuff like that.
You need to get yourself one of those t-shirt guns, the ones that like blow
Yeah.
across the stadium, right? Listen, I'd like to mention, because I clearly don't know all the details, and we're not going to get into all the details of this, right?
Right.
Um,
Right.
you know, uh, Profiting from sex clearly is, illegal in all states with the exception
Yeah.
of a couple of counties in Vegas, right? Or
Right.
so I just want to make sure that we put that out there. But as a job, it sounds to me like what you're concerned of is how people will likely judge this line of work that you have decided to go into. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I do stand by the fact that I think that you should do whatever it is that you're fucking passionate about
Yeah.
and not give a shit about what people think.
It's hard though, because
Yeah, nudity is tricky, right? But
right.
I get that it can be tricky, but we judge people that do all kinds of things, and be damned those that don't respect what you're trying to do if it's something that you can healthily do it, right?
Yeah.
But I just want to make sure that your self-image, you understand, your self-image doesn't hang on what you do. Your self image hangs on you not giving a shit what people think about you.
Yes.
And that's what matters here. I don't give a shit if you do this job or that job or the other job or the other job. What you do is not who you are. That has to come from the inside. Does that make sense?
It does.
You need to own who you are no matter what it is that you decide to do in this lifetime.
Yes. And I feel like I do. I'm just trying
You're getting
to
there. You're not quite
yeah, I'm
there.
making sure that I'm doing the right things,
I get it. But
Yeah.
what's right for you may not be right for another person.
I know.
My advice to you is, who can you consult with on a regular basis to make sure that you are finding the right parameters as your career develops? Because we started as like my career, I'm getting into adulthood and making sure that it started as a working self-esteem kind of situation for you, um, but now it's turned into something different that you really enjoy. So that
Yeah.
transition, how to figure that out from that transition, right? Is
Right.
like to make sure that it doesn't get out of bounds in terms of what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and I feel like I've been doing, just keeping everything separate from my personal life. But just now transitioning and turning it into a business, because I don't do like, it's not like crazy OnlyFans. I would just do like my images that were not made for public. But most people wouldn't know that because all they think of is, oh God, she does OF. Um, but I think now, from a creative standpoint, moving forward, I'm thinking business terms and going back to school for business. And so I am trying to figure out like where that fits in my life and how it has, changed in the trajectory. Um,
That's probably a good idea to
yeah.
get educated on what the business of doing business is all about, right?
But I know that there's judgment or there's going to be people, that aren't going to see it from that standpoint, that are going to see it from.
Well, haters be haters, right?
Right? Okay.
I mean, haters behave no matter what you do, right? There's always going to be someone that's going to be critical of you. That's not.
True.
I mean, that's true for what I'm doing right now with you, right? It
Right.
will appeal to some people. It won't appeal to some people. Just like I appeal to you, and I may not appeal to some people. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
I say education, getting educated, whether that is through business school or understanding how these things disseminate into the public, or I think that would be the most important thing. And this whole sexual health education stuff, I mean, I have to commend you. If it's really the way that you are looking at it, that you are educating on sex and sex health, and especially women's sex health, I mean that's fantastic.
Well, thank you.
You're you're welcome, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And thank you for calling, and thank you for following. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.